Hi guys, welcome back to the Funky Evolution Party. I hope by now you're starting to really get yourselves all fit and ready to stand up for our rights. Yesterday I spoke about sustainability, and that was mainly to do with our consumption and our products. Today I'm going to talk about renewable energy and sustainability in that department, because it's something quite serious and quite major. Nikola Tesla, who is my idol, unfortunately wanted to bring free electricity to the entire world, but that was stomped because of this. Now, I want to put a question out there to you. How much do you pay for your gas and electricity and all of that sort of thing? Because I can tell you it's extortionate, and it actually doesn't need to be like that. We are now again in 2020, where globally we have come up with so many renewable energy sources. Why are we still locked into these monopolies? Okay, fine, they make money and people need to work, but you don't actually need that much money if you're not being exploited. So today we're going to be looking at ways that we can start breaking down these monopolies that, like I say, are no good to man or beast or to you. So how are we, the alien nation, going to come together and start forcing the powers that be to step up? Because again, electricity should be free. We generate our own electricity and our own electromagnetic currencies. Why in 2020 are we still locked into this system? I'm going to give you a very quick way to look at things, because for me, the planet, not everyone cares about the environment, not everyone cares about the planet, but if you're selfish, you care about you. So if you care so much about you, maybe you need to start understanding that by I wouldn't just completely exploiting every natural resource on this planet, and that you're paying a lot of money for, and like I said yesterday, money has throughout the ages shown that there's no value in that. So how are we going to start being smart in the way that we move forward to create renewable energies and to really stop, basically, like the way I like to put it, an analogy is your mum. She goes out shopping, to go and get you food and all of that. While she's out, you're throwing your rubbish all over the house. You're digging up everything, all her natural resources and all her veggies. And then she comes home and her cat's dead because you thought that was fun and a sport. So you've killed her cat, and then while she's sleeping, you've hooked her up, sucking out all her blood, which is the oils and God knows all the natural resources that we're completely just pulling out of this planet, and we're not putting anything back in. I'd understand if you dug up your mum's veggies and then put some seeds in their place. We're not doing that. And we have relied too much and for too long on the supposed powers that be to do what's in our best interests, but we're now clearly seeing it's not what's in your best interest or my best interest, it's what's in their best interests, and to capitalize and monopolize on things that we shouldn't even be paying for. Have you thought about that? Why are we paying almost £200 a month in gas and electricity? Really? It should be free. And how we're going to start looking at pushing these renewable sources of energy down their throats for a change, and get them to start looking at ways that they can really decrease costs globally, stop sucking all our natural resources when it doesn't have to be like that. We have wind turbines, the flow of rivers create electricity. There is so many natural ways to do things. Let's be supernatural for a change. Tomorrow I'm going to go into a bit of an undercover hippie report and talking about the supernatural, and actually the power is in our hands, and it's up to us individually and globally to band together and say, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. You know, if you look around at the planet, it's it's dying. And for what? So you can go on your laptop when there's another source of energy to provide that, when we could be putting solar panels everywhere. They're spending our money on the arms race, on building roads that we don't need. And, you know, they're going to dig Stonehenge under to build a road, to pollute the air more. Does it need to be like that? Or are there alternatives globally that we can start implementing locally? Again, I know that there's a mayor here in London who has created his own electricity company. And when that monopolizes, what happens then? We really need to start looking at how, by reducing our costs overall, you actually don't need to work so hard and earn so much money. Because like I've said previously, they work for us. We don't work for them. And they're supposed to do what's in our best interests, not theirs. So who's doing what? And how are we accepting this? It really is up to us to start being smarter and looking at all the sources and resources that are at our fingertips that aren't actually going to kill us in the long run. Because I'm telling you, the future of our children, and you know, Michael Jackson keeps coming to me, and I think if anyone wants to relive some of his music, because the children are our future, and we're taking away their power by destroying our planet and ourselves in the process. So I said, you don't need to be a tree hugger to understand that by sucking all our natural resources and not actually replenishing anything is going to help us in any way, shape or form. So I'm going to keep this one nice and short because I really want to just throw some power in there. Where is Nikola Tesla's work? Who's continuing this? How are we, the alien nation who has been alienated, pushed to one side? If you're going like, hey, what about this? You're a hippie tree hugger. Hey, what about this? You're a that. No. We are human who lost the kind. Let's become kind again and start by being kind to our environments that we are actually part of, and how we can be smarter in using our natural resources rather than being barbaric and uncivilized, because that's what we are. You think that we've progressed? Sorry to say, but we're actually regressing. And unless we want to change that, it's up to us to stand together and say, hey, we're not doing this anymore. It's our money. Where do you want it invested? Me personally, I don't want laser guns. I don't care about, their missions to Mars and spending billions of pounds on that. Really? It's boys' toys. Let's get real about life and whose lives it's actually affecting us. So, I would like to pose the renewable energies out there to all of you and look at your local mechanisms and how we can really start to get these policy changes made, so that momentum, that energy that is free is no longer monopolized and capitalized on. Thank you guys. Please like, share, pass this on and get the message out there. Any comments, questions, just leave them below, and please follow A Sound Environment on Facebook because I'll be posting lots of different things for you guys to take a look at. Thanks.